Welcome back to Coding Content, where we make sense of the madness and turn the chaos of coding into something you can actually understand. Today, we're diving into the perplexing world of coding jargon. You know, those fancy words that make you feel like you're standing outside a secret club, watching everyone else sip on their elite knowledge cocktails. But fear not, by the end of this video, you'll be strutting into that club like you own the place. Let's kick things off with a term you've probably heard thrown around: algorithm. Sounds intimidating, right? Like some kind of mythical creature that only the chosen ones can tame. But an algorithm is just a fancy word for a set of instructions. It's like a recipe for a cake, but instead of flour and sugar, you're using code to solve a problem. So next time someone starts babbling about algorithms, just nod and think of baking, or maybe a really complicated IKEA manual. Now, let's talk about syntax. Sounds like a villain from a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? But really, syntax is just the set of rules that defines the combinations of symbols that are considered to be correctly structured programs in a language. Think of it as grammar for coding. Just like you wouldn't walk into a job interview and say, "Me want job," you can't just slap random code together and expect it to work. Unless, of course, you enjoy staring at error messages for hours. If that's your thing, who am I to judge? Moving on to debugging. It sounds like something exterminators do, but in the world of coding, it's all about finding and fixing errors in your code. Picture this: you're a detective, and your code is a crime scene. Your job is to hunt down those pesky bugs and eliminate them. It's like being Sherlock Holmes, but instead of solving murders, you're just trying to get your program to stop crashing. Which honestly, sometimes feels just as dramatic. Let's not forget API, which stands for Application Programming Interface. I know, it sounds like the kind of thing that would make your eyes glaze over. But an API is a set of rules that allows different software applications to talk to each other. Think of it as a waiter in a restaurant. You tell the waiter what you want, they bring it to the kitchen, and then deliver your order. In coding, APIs are the middlemen that make everything run smoothly. Well, most of the time. Now, open source. This is the feel-good term in the coding world. Open source means the code is freely available for anyone to use, modify, and distribute. It's like the ultimate group project, except you don't have to deal with that one guy who never does his part. Open source is all about collaboration and community, which is something we could use a bit more of in this world, don't you think? And finally, let's tackle framework. No, it's not the latest trendy workout routine. A framework is a collection of pre-written code that acts as a foundation for your projects. It's like the skeleton of a building, providing structure so you're not starting from scratch every time. It's a coder's best friend, saving time and preventing the unnecessary pulling out of hair. So there you have it, a crash course in coding jargon that hopefully makes you feel a little less like an outsider and a bit more like an insider. Remember, every coder was once a newbie, baffled by the same terms. It's all part of the journey. And as always, if you find yourself lost or confused, just know you're not alone. We're all in this together, navigating the wild world of coding, one confusing term at a time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and leave a comment letting me know which jargon term still haunts your dreams. Until next time, keep coding, keep learning, and remember, every master was once a disaster.